So I'm going to be doing my YouTube. Hello. Hiya. Hi. Hello. Hola. Bonjour. Anything apart from hey guys. So here I am after weeks and weeks of saying that I would film my question and answer. I did film one and then I watched other people's and realised that mine was probably shite. So here we are again. I will not film this again because honestly it takes a bit of time. So hiya, this is me and this is my question and answer. So a couple of weeks ago I decided to make a YouTube simply because I had videos of Jackson that I like to put up. Like, I don't know, I just love blogging our life. If you didn't already notice, because I don't shut up about being a mum and my cute little baby. So yeah, people get telling me to make a YouTube and I guess I'm just fine. Like, it's lockdown. I mean, I've got 1,000 other things to do, but it's just a way to have fun. So I asked Instagram to ask me questions about myself, my pregnancy, Jackson, my life, anything, and she's actually did, and that's quite nice. I was so paranoid that no one would ask me anything. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to send myself questions, but it turns out I got a lot, so we might actually be here for a wee hour or two. But so I'm just going to tell you a bit about myself because like that's why you're here. I'm Chloe, I'm 22, I have no interesting facts about myself, apart from the fact you're probably here because I've got a cute baby, everyone loves them, we love keeping up to date with them, and in case you've just scrolled upon my YouTube for any reason, I don't know why anyone would, but I blog my life about me and my baby, who's 5 months old, on Instagram. And I suppose I just took it to video form now, and that's just the way it is. So this is us now. So here is all the questions, and I will just go ahead now, because that's why you're here, to learn about me and my life and my baby. So things about me first. I am 22, got pregnant when I was 21, had him when I was 22, he's 5 months old, and I'm a young mum, I suppose, but I honestly couldn't see my life any other way now, and I just love it. So I'm 5'7", I don't know if I come across as tall, as small, whatever, I don't know if that'll shock you or not. I think that's quite normal for a girl, but I like my height, but it can be a bit awkward I suppose, because all my friends are small, so when I wear heels I feel like freaking Shrek. Thing here, your perfect Sunday. My perfect Sunday would be wake up, get some French toast / eggy bread. What team are you? I'm French toast team, but I just find myself calling it eggy bread, so 50-50 I suppose. Have some of that, go a wee adventure, come home, get a wee takeaway. I like going to the cinema on a Sunday. I feel like that's a Sunday activity. Come home, some snacks, some more movies I suppose. So like at home cinema. Don't eat, what's the point in going to a cinema when you've got at home cinema in the same day? I don't know, but I just like that stuff, so that's my perfect Sunday. So a fun fact about me is that I can do this. No one I know, oh my god, my nails, I've not got my nails painted on either hand, but I can do this. I've only met like 4 people in the world that can make this bit touch, so I guess I'm quite cool. Something also cool about me, well I think it's cool, I don't shut up about it, it's the coolest thing ever, is that I done a season in Ibiza and it's all I talk about. If you've met me since then, you probably moan at me because all I talk about is Ibiza, and it's because that was the most funnest time in my life. Is that a word? That was the most fun ever in my life. It was amazing. I think everyone should go do it. It's just I don't even want to get too into it because it's just embarrassing how much I go on about it. But you should do it. So now I've finished talking about myself, I'll actually answer some questions. What is my 5-year plan? Well, oh my goodness, I don't even know what I'm doing next week, next month, next year. But hopefully at the end of the 5 years I have a house, another baby, a car that isn't a Fiat 500 that's battery dies every time I go to drive it. So like a nice mum car, so I can drop him off at the football with my wee sunglasses on and that. Cool. Future job / career goals. This changes weekly, probably daily, because I just have no idea. I'm just stuck. I don't know what I want to do. I just want to do something that I'm going to be happy in and be rich. So I just finished doing a degree in psychology. So initially I was doing that because I wanted to be a forensic psychologist. But whilst at uni I realised that this takes 80 years and costs £1 million. And I don't know, I just lost my mojo. So another thing that I wanted to do was, well, before lockdown I learned how to do lashes, and I would just love to know all the beauty stuff and just do that. But obviously, like, I do want to use my degree at some point in my life, but I think I just want to like have fun, relax, like enjoy a job, and you know, and then do the serious stuff later on. I don't know. What is your life goals? My life goals are to be happy, to drive a nice car, to have an amazing house, amazing marriage. I only want to get married once. I'm not getting divorced, no matter what. That will be it. Like, you will be stuck with me until you die. I want loads of sausage dogs, Weimaranas. Well, quite a lot of dogs actually. A couple more kids. Where do you want to travel? So I want to travel everywhere, bloody everywhere. But if I was to choose one place, it would be Bali. I don't really know why. I don't know what the thing about Bali is at all. But when I worked in Ibiza, someone told me that that should be the next place that I go, because you can live like a queen for like so cheap, and it's just so amazing. There's loads of nice places to go see, and it just sounded lovely. Like, I've not even done much research, but I just know I want to go. I'd love to go to Italy. Like, I love a city break, but I also love like a nice wee sunny, like, oh, I don't know, everywhere. We'll just tick it off, you know, me and Jackson packing our bags, hotting around the world. Obviously after the coronavirus, because no chance. What is your favourite series? So see if I answered this question like 18 weeks ago when I was meant to, my answer would have been Vampire Diaries. I have watched it 4 times, like for the start to the end, and like then I just watch random episodes sometimes, like just for something to do. I just love it. Like, it'll never get boring. I'm a Damon Salvatore kind of girl, and we're probably going to get married one day. But anyway, fast forward to now, I've just finished watching White Lines, and oh my goodness, I'm obsessed. Probably because it's in Ibiza and I'm probably a bit sentimental, but there's me mentioning Ibiza again. Let's just do a wee tally and see how many times I mention it, and whoever gets it right gets a kiss. So my favourite series now would be White Lines. And I'm obsessed with Boxer. Like, him and Damon are going to be waiting for me at the end of the aisle, and I'll marry them both. What's that called? What is that called? People in America do that, like marry a few folk. And they're like, aye, it's fine for them, it's fine. What is your favourite song? This honestly changes daily, depending on my mood. I don't really have a favourite song. But obviously, a song that will always just make me happy will be Cola by Camel Fat. Simply because that was like the song that that year that I done a season in Ibiza, and it just takes me back. And I remember on my flight home looking out the window, it was like a pure movie scene, and I was just like just so sad looking at Ibiza as I was flying away, and that was playing, and I'll just remember that like forever. It was just such an era. And I was also in Ocean Beach up on that wee DJ booth with Camel Fat, so I mean it makes it even more special. Any regrets? I don't really have any regrets at all. I quite like where my life has went. I quite like the way it's going. I don't know. Any regrets? Maybe not doing another season when I could have before I got pregnant. Like, yeah. This is not about my season. This is about me. So I really need to like shut up and just drop it. That's the end of an era. It's past. Like, get over it. I have regret. So now looking back at photos before I was pregnant, I realise I was stunning, if I do say so myself. Like, I spent all the time in the gym trying to eat bloody nothing, and I just actually thought I was so fat, and I just hated myself. I was so tough on myself, and I just wish that I could see myself for what I was. Like, now looking back, I'm like, oh my god, like, you're an actual bra. Why are you're like, why are you so nasty? Like, I would love to look like that again. She had a nice bum. I don't have a bum anymore. I just, like, I've not been going to the gym obviously since I was pregnant and since being a mum, because lockdown and that, and I would just love to build them legs back up, get me toned belly again, and hopefully if I do, I'll be nice to myself. Let's move on to the mum questions. How did you decide on Jackson? So, this is weird. Like, I just knew his name was going to be Jackson. I remember at my gender reveal, people asked me what his name was going to be, and I was like, Jackson. And people were like, oh, Michael Jackson. But it's so cute, and no one's ever said that to me since, so well, it must be nice. And I also feel like, so like the year before I was pregnant, my brother and his girlfriend had a baby, and they called it Jack, and I was raging. I was like, you can't call it Jack, like, that's Jack's name, like, no. And I wanted, like, I don't know, I obviously had it in my head that my baby would have something related to his dad's name. Anyway, they went ahead and called their baby Jack, but I still done it, so we've got a wee Jack and a wee Jackson in the family. But he gets nicknamed Jax, so it's like Jack, Jax. I don't know, that's fine. I forgot to say. So his full name is Jackson Anthony Christopher Stewart. So his initials are J-A-C-S. And it sounds like Jax. And his, like, half his name is Jax. And he's Jax. Do you know what I mean? And then, so the Anthony Christopher Stewart is, Anthony and Christopher are both his granddads, and Stewart's obviously his dad's second name. Just in case you wanted all that information. What is your favourite thing about being a mum? My favourite thing about being a mum is, oh, there's so much. Probably when you're teaching them something, and then they learn it, and they're so happy with themselves after all the hard work, and you're just like, it was me that taught you that. I don't know. But then I also love when he's woke up in the morning and you go over to see him. He's done this since he was just a tiny wee baby. And he's just so full of smiles. And it's just so nice for someone to be so nice in the morning. Like, I am grumpy for quite a few hours. Like, I need time to wake up. But, well, I did. Because I don't really get the option anymore. I have to wake up. But when you see the cute wee smiles, it just makes it all worth it, and you just forget how tough the day was before, or the night was. Like, you just forget about how many times he gets up when you just see the cute wee smiles in the morning. Do you have any tips on being a mum? Loads, I suppose. My tips would be something I figured out. So if your baby's getting up a lot during the night, don't look at the time. Because the next second day you'll be focusing on that. Like, you'll be like, oh, he got up at 2, he got up at 3, he got up at 4. But I've found when I didn't look at my phone to see the time, you kind of forget how many times you did wake up, because it wasn't in your head to remember the times. So that's probably a tip to just save you some heartbreak when they get up quite a few times. Another tip would be to make sure you have mum friends. Although your friends are always going to be there, but having mum friends is great because you've got people that are going through exactly what you're going through. They might have been through it already, so if you've got questions, it's just a great help for someone to tell you advice that they've just recently experienced. Like, it's all fine and well your mum telling you something, but I mean, life's changed since all that time ago. Like, my mum tries to tell me to, like, feed them weird things, and I'm like, no, you're not allowed. The rules have changed. Get with the times. Another tip for being a mum would be to cry, let it all out, and talk to people. So I don't know, I've been having a wee hard time recently. I'm just so stressed with weaning, and I look at a big picture instead of all the different stages, and I just get so stressed thinking about this big journey that we've got to go on. I just get so anxious and I get so upset, and then I just get worried that I'm doing it wrong. But there's so many different ways to do it. You and your baby will just figure out a way. Like, that's what you have to kind of understand. And, like, I don't know, just to, like, relax. Like, it's gonna be fine. Take each day as it comes. Don't look at it too far down the road, because a baby is very unpredictable. Like, I can't really plan much ahead, and I used to be a person that'd be like, right, where are we meeting, what time? I will be there 5 minutes early, because I cannot deal with lateness. But now I've found that I'm going to meet my pals before lockdown, and I'd be like half an hour late, just because you forget that this baby what if he poos? What if he's like sick, or like he cries and needs fed? Like, that adds time on that you just don't think about. So I can't make a time frame. It's quite stressful because I used to be really organised, and I like to be organised, but I still try to be organised where I can. Tips on breastfeeding. Oh, that is tough. I don't think you understand breastfeeding until you try to do it. So before I breastfed, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was quite weird. And then I tried it, and it was just lovely. I just liked it. But it came with its ups and it came with its downs. I cried a lot. It was sore. It takes a lot to get used to. You and your baby both have to learn how to do it. I stupidly assumed that this baby would come out knowing how to eat, because I mean, it needs to eat, so why would it not know what to do? But it didn't. He didn't. And so my tips would be to persevere. There's been so many times that I've wanted to give up and just chuck it all in. I'd be crying during the night. It's so exhausting because it's only you that can feed them, and to begin with, they're just wanting fed all the time because they just feed little and often because their bellies are so tiny, and it can be tough, but it's so rewarding. So when your health visitor comes to tell you that your baby's put on weight, it's just, that's what really kept me going. I was like, that's all because of me. And it was just nice to know that it was me getting him there, and it was me that was helping him thrive. It was me that had him surviving and giving him all this goodness. So it's tough. It's good. It gives you such a nice bond, but you just need to persevere, but also know when it's the end. So I just started getting like sick of it. Like, I would dread feeding him. Like, I don't know, it just wasn't the same anymore. So I decided to cut it down and finish it. And I lasted 5.5 months, and that was just perfect for me. Like, how do you cope with the change of being a mum? So that's a big change. I just think you don't really understand that either until you become a mum. So, like, I no longer choose when to wake up. I no longer choose when I can eat. I don't choose when I go home. I don't like, there's just so much that I don't decide. This tiny wee baby decides so much of my life, and he doesn't even do that much. Like, he doesn't know he's doing it. So it's a change to get used to not being your priority. Like, it's quite hard, but it just falls in place. I feel like that's just, as soon as you become a mum, it's like your brain just clicks. It's like you just know what to do. can just cope with it better. I don't know. I feel like you're just at a bit of you're at more of an advantage because you've been pregnant, whereas the baby daddy, like, I feel like they have to change on the day that the baby's born. But the mum's had all this time because the mum can't drink, she can't go to her pals, like, she's like slowly changed, do you know what I mean? It took a while to get used to, but like, I still went on nights out with my friends. I would just go home early, obviously didn't drink. And like, so I gradually got used to it and it was nice. Like, I still got included and all that, but obviously since having a baby, I just didn't want to go out anymore. So it's not like a change that I didn't like want. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's probably got really confusing. But you just take each day as it comes, you deal with it. Like, you're just so in love with your baby that I don't think you think about how big your life has changed until it's like 3 in the morning, you're sitting there alone and you're like, oh shit. Like, when was the last time I was out with my pals? When's the next time going to be? Because, you know, babies are unpredictable, you don't know, like, don't know, it's probably lockdown that's got me thinking like that. Like, I genuinely don't know when the next time I'll go out is. And I miss my friends so much, I just want a night out. I've not went on a crazy night out in a long time. And I'm due. What is it like having your first baby? I think it is bloody amazing. I love being a mum. This was so for me. So I have a lot of nieces and nephews. So I feel like I already knew how to deal with a baby. Not have to be a mum, because oh my goodness, that is such a different task. But it's nice having your first, like, I don't really know what it's like to have the rest, so I suppose they're nice as well. I don't really, yeah. But what I have thought about recently, not for any reason I am not pregnant, I just think it would be so special to have your second baby, because, like, you know what's coming at the end of the pregnancy, like, you know how much love you're going to feel, and, like, I don't know, like, you just know what's coming, so I just think that would make it more exciting and, like, just nice. But it'd probably make it last a lot longer. And pregnancies last about 40 years anyway, like, we don't need that. Questions about my pregnancy now. Was it a surprise? Yes, it was a brilliant, massive surprise. So I actually found out on the morning I handed in my dissertation. Thank God it was that day, not earlier, because oh my goodness, could you imagine the meltdown if I had to write a dissertation knowing that I was pregnant? Oh, anyway. Yeah, it was a great, massive surprise. How did you find out? What was your feelings and your thoughts? So I found out because for a few weeks I had really sore boobs. This is probably going to get weird to talk about, so like, if you don't want to hear about boobs, just turn it off. So I had sore boobs and I just kind of like passed off. I was like, oh, I'm probably like due my period or something, and whatever. But then it kind of just kept happening. So then I told my mum, I was like, oh, I've got like sore boobs, it's pure weird, like I must be getting my period day. She was like, oh, it might be your operation that you had last year. So the year before I had an operation and this could have been a side effect. And like, when she said that, I was like, oh yeah, it will be. Oh, like, what else is it going to be? So we just passed off. But then it kept happening, and I was working in a bar, and this bar was quite small, so this boy like walked past me to go get something, and he like nudged my boob, and I honestly, my eyes went that puffy stingy way where you just want to cry. And I was like, no, that's not on, like, that's pure weird, why would that, like, that would never happen. So I went home, didn't do anything about it. Then it was the next morning, I don't know, I just thought about taking a test, and like, so I did, and to my actual surprise, I was pregnant. And I was like, no, you're at it, like, what, no. So I took another one, and it actually showed up straight away. I was like, oh my god, these sticks are actually convinced that I'm pregnant, like, what is going on? So I went and sat in my room, and I was actually like, what is going on? So I was bloody scared. I was actual scunner. And I was just like, how am I going to be a mum? How do I tell Jack? How do I tell my mum I don't even have any money? I don't even have a job. Like, I work part-time. I just finished uni. I don't have anything. I live in a flat. Like, a lot went through my head that day. But honestly, everything that I thought was a problem that day, honestly, was not that much of a problem. But obviously, when you find out that you're having a baby, as a surprise baby, a lot goes on. What was Jack's reaction? Well, I was in uni, obviously, printing off my dissertation, getting it finished. And I just texted Jack and I was like, hiya, can you phone me when you're finished work and be sitting down? And that text was probably a lot in itself. Like, that probably said a lot in itself, because I don't do phone calls. Like, I think I'm pure awkward. Like, don't like my voice, don't like having to talk to somebody. Like, I like having the time to think about a reply. Like, I don't know. I think the phone can be pure weird. Anyway, so he phoned me and I was like, hiya, I can't actually say what the problem is, but do you want to guess? And he was like, what is it? And I was like, no, you need to guess. I'm around people, like, I'm not saying it. And he was like, are you pregnant? And I was like, aye. And that was like silence for quite a wee bit. Honestly, it felt like 30 years, but it obviously wasn't. And then I was just like, I need to go finish my stuff. I'll just leave you with that. Then I'll talk to you later. So that was that. So I mean, he didn't have much of a reaction. I didn't really give him a chance. But we met up that night and it was crazy. Like, I don't know. We cried. We spoke about what could happen. Like, I don't know. We were scared, obviously. Like, as anyone would be. We were both 21 at the time. Jack just turned 21. Like, he was just a baby. I don't know. Having a baby. It was fine. We were scared, but it's all worked out. How did you tell your family and how did you feel? So, it was Easter Sunday and my family were having a barbecue and I just assumed that it would be my mum, my stepdad, my sister, my nephew. And just before I left, I was taking Jack with me, obviously. My sister texted me and was like, oh, your auntie's up for Newcastle and your brother's girlfriend's here with all the kids. And I was like, oh god, right, okay. So, and I'd decided that that was going to be the day because me and Jack were together. And so in the car I was like to Jack, right, today's the day, we're going to tell them and blah blah blah's all here. And he was like, no, nah. He was rough. He'd just been at Terminal V the night before with shame. But you know, I wasn't there, so this is karma. And he was freaking out. I had to drive around the block like 5 times. I had to drive around like the town that I live in. And I was just like, right, Jack, it's alright. Like, obviously I was so feared, but I had to be calm to try and calm him down. And then we got there and I felt like I was just floating about my mum, like, so much, just waiting to see if I could do it, and I just couldn't do it. And then I was sitting with my wee baby nephew Jack, and he was just a few months old at the time, and I was just holding him, and like, my sister knew I was pregnant because I spoke to her about it just before I told my mum, because I just needed some support. And she was like, oh, let Jack hold the baby. And I was like, no, what are you doing? Stop it. And I made such a big scene that I started sweating, and I was like, oh my god, what if they know I'm pregnant because I'm making such a big scene? But in my head, I just couldn't stop making a scene because I was like, stop trying to like make him like hold a baby. Everyone's going to guess. But anyway, no one did guess. But my brother's girlfriend was like, why are you freaking out? And I was like, well, I don't know, like, he doesn't like babies. So then, because this big scene happened, my mum went in the kitchen and I just followed her. I was like, Jack, it's time. And he was like, no. So he didn't come behind me. So I got in the kitchen and then he came behind me and I was like, Mum, I'm pregnant. And she was like just waiting for me to say I was joking. And I was like, I'm not joking. And I just cried and she was like, congratulations. And I was like, oh, what? Like, you joking me? Like, I've just spent all day actual sweating to tell you this. And she said, congratulations. I was gonna... Anyway. So obviously she cuddled us both, like, said that was lovely. And I think, like, so I've got 2 older brothers and an older sister. They all have kids. So I feel like becoming a grand to my mum was not a surprise. Like, she's already had that chat quite a few times, so I feel like they lessened the blow for when it would be me. Like, Mum was fine with it, she was already a gran. Like, oh, the wit was going to change? None. So thanks, bros and sis. You done me good. What was your least favourite thing and your most favourite thing about being pregnant? My most favourite thing would be having my bump grow. Like, I was obsessed with showing people my bump, so wearing tight dresses, wearing wee skirts, like, oh, I just loved that. Like, I just felt so cute with a bump. People would tell you were cute all the time, like, oh, you and your wee bump, and I'd be like, oh my god, I know. And now no one tells me that I'm like cute. It's just Jackson looks cute, Jackson, and I'm like, well, I'm his mum and I'm still cute, pregnant belly or not. So my least favourite thing would be the heartburn. So I didn't really have any symptoms of being pregnant at all. It was, what's that word? Plain sailing. Words, I suppose. Until like week 26, and I had heartburn. I've never had heartburn in my life, but oh my god, this kept me up all night. I felt sick all the time, and then the next week I was going on holiday, so I mean it didn't ruin my holiday, but it bloody affected it. And then for that week on, I just experienced heartburn to the minute I gave birth. So I was obviously assuming that Jackson would have a full head of hair because of that wee wife's tale that like heartburn means that they're pure hairy. And I gave birth and he was bald, and I was just like, is that it? I went through all that for a bald baby. I was scared. Like, when I was giving birth, right, the midwife was like, oh, I see hair, he's coming. I went, oh, really? What colour is it? What colour is it? Is it ginger? And she was like, no, I can't tell. And I was like, but she can see it. If she can see it, then she knows what colour it is. But she was obviously just lying and just trying to make me give birth. It must be like, what's that called? I don't know, like a way to make somebody just be like, like, and give birth. Like, to push someone to give birth so that they can see their hair. But anyway, Scunnard, it is a wives' tale and it's false. Fake news. Someone asked me, were you ready? No, I suppose I wasn't. I didn't have my own house. I still don't. I live with my mum. I was in a part-time job. I had no money, no house. I have a Fiat 500. I was not ready for a baby at all. But I adapted very fast and I wouldn't have it any other way. I think now is a perfect time for me to have a baby because I just finished uni. Like, imagine it was in like the end of third year and I had to take a year out uni. Like, so to me it was actually quite good timing. Like, I'd finished that chapter in my life, and that is like just waiting on me to go back to. Like, I didn't have to pause anything. So I actually was taking this year out to go travelling to Australia anyway. So like, I've not stopped my life plan or anything. Like, it's just like overtook my travelling plans instead. But I can go travelling with my baby. I've got plans. Like, we're packing our bags, we're jet setting. We'll be going to Ibiza. But no, I actually do see myself travelling with Jackson, taking him lovely holidays. Obviously I just can't do it for months at a time, but like, that's fine. Like, you can't deal with the heat that long anyway. But that'll be when you can do the toilet. Like, I'm not changing a nappy on the beach full of poo. So once you can do the toilet, Jackson, pack your bag. When did you get a bump? Quite late. No one really believed I was pregnant when I first told them. Or for quite a while after that. It made me feel quite weird when people would be like, but you've not got a bump. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, what if something's wrong? Like, what if this baby isn't growing? Like, what if it's like, that's weird? And it made me feel pure uncomfortable when people would actually say that. But as soon as I got a bump, it was great. I probably got a definite bump at like 25-ish weeks. I mind I put up a picture in a bikini at 22 weeks and I just looked normal. Like, I probably looked like I just ate my dinner. But I felt like from early on, I would get a bump after my dinner, and my theory was that like my body couldn't have space for food and a baby, so it would make me look pregnant. Do you know what I mean? No, you probably don't know what I mean. Like, you're only going to know what I mean if you've been pregnant. What other names did you think about? So, whilst I was pregnant, I didn't think about any other names, to be honest. But a spanner in the works happened when he was born. All of a sudden, I just loved the name Miles. So, for like 2-3 days after, I was just like, oh my god. Like, I've went through this full pregnancy calling him Jackson. Like, he's Jackson, so why can't I stop thinking about the name Miles? And for days, like, people would call him Jackson. I'd be like, stop calling him that, I don't know his name. Or like, the people that I said about Miles to would be like, oh, wee Miles. I'm like, no, don't call him that. Like, don't you call him something if I'm not calling him anything. Like, I don't want someone else to put it in my head. Like, I don't know. It was a stressful few days, but I stuck with Jackson, and I'm glad I did. Maybe Miles can be the next one, you know, because I want another boy, just in case anybody wanted to know. I do want a girl, but defo 2 boys, but a defo a girl. Another boy, then a girl. That's me. 3 kids, that's it. Yeah. Because Jackson's just got so many cute clothes that I just love a wee baby to wear again. But then I'll probably say that about my girl. So maybe a 2 girls. I don't know, we'll just need to wait and see. That's quite funny that I just done an actual rampage there. Because my next question was, do you want any more? How many and when? So the only question I didn't answer was when. I would love all my kids to be similar ages. Not similar ages, but like close in age. So that they all grow up at the one time. They have best friends. Like, I don't know. They've just got someone to play with. And I would also not like to be a mum forever. So between me and my youngest brother, who's older than me, there's 13 years. So my mum was totally finished being a mum, to be honest. And then she had me, and she had to be a mum all over again. So I just don't want that. Like, I want my kids to be similar ages. They'll start to leave the house at similar times, and then I've got my life back. Not that I don't have a life, but like, I've got my freedom to do just whatever, and I'll be a travelling 50-year-old again. Well, I won't actually, I'll probably be 40 because young mum, and I'll just be cool again, and I'll still be looking gorgeous. How's your pregnancy overall? I've kind of said that, but great. I loved being pregnant. I miss it so much. Like, oh, soon again. I'm joking, no, not anytime soon, but like soon, but not soon. But it was great. I had no side effects. Didn't even really put on weight. I've put on weight now because of lockdown, but there's nothing else to do when you're stuck in your house. So my pregnancy was just amazing. I loved it. If you had a girl, what would you call her? Don't know, I never thought about girl names. Right, it's weird because see, when I eventually put up my gender like scan day, I was convinced that day that it would be a girl, and I don't know why, because from the start I always said it was a boy, and then my pal's like, nah, it's a girl, you've not got a bump, like it'll just be a tiny wee girl. So then I was like, oh, it must be a girl. So then my scan day, when I was like, oh, it's going to be a girl, like, I don't know, for a, like, it'll just look funny because it looks like I thought it was a girl, but I didn't. But I never thought about girl names. But all I know is that if I did have a girl, I'd want her to have like a C. That's not going to look like a C to you. A C at the start of her name. And I don't really know that much nice names that begin with a C. So if you're still watching this after wasting half an hour of your life, then can you please tell me nice names that begin with a C that obviously aren't Chloe? Like, I know that name's gorgeous already. So one of my friends obviously asked me, who do you want to be next? I want you all to be next. I love babies now. I want to go to baby showers, gender reveals. I want to cuddle a wee newborn again. I would just love Jackson to have baby friends. He doesn't really have much. See, because of lockdown, like, we didn't get to go to classes and meet anyone. So currently it's just me and my 20-odd-year-old pals going to his birthday party. So, I mean, lockdown, better hurry up and finish because this boy needs some friends. Anyway, back on topic. I want you all to be next. So this is me giving out my have baby vibes. Because honestly, it would just be great if we all had babies at the same time. So hope you have a great weekend after lockdown. with your men or whatever. Do you miss your friends? Yes, I miss my friends. Like, I miss them obviously so much because lockdown has actually made me not see my friends at all. But pre-lockdown, I did miss my friends because I used to be out with my friends all the time. How many times have I said friends? I used to be out all the time with them. Like, we'd have wee coffee dates, we brunch, we lunch, we dinner, whatever, and see Jackson. But I miss the side of going out with my friends. Like, I don't know the last time I had a night out. Like, I don't. And I'm just due to be a roaster with my pals and just get stinky drunk. Anyway, that's me. Finished my questions. And that's probably so boring and you've probably not reached this far. But if you have, thanks. And I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say, but I'll be back. I don't know when. I don't know to do what, but you'll see me again. Probably over on Instagram talking about everything that I do in life. But I will be back to the YouTube just when I figure out what to do next. Hi, fellow YouTuber. Finally having a it was the bye guys.